Hello everybody, welcome to Hollywood Bet Scottsville Saturday race meeting. We look forward to the running of the Oaks and Derby and all that sort of stuff. It looks like a super day's racing. If you don't know by now, the postponed Sunday race meeting from Hollywood Bet's Kenilworth Wednesday to Sunday is not happening anymore. I believe it's pouring in the Western Cape, and we wish everybody the best there and stay safe. Okay, social media wise, Waited to Win's up and running on Twitter and on WhatsApp and on YouTube and of course on 4 Racing TV. We're starting up with our activity in the second race. It's a maiden juvenile plate over 1,200 meters. There would be a few in here with chances, but obviously there's an update on a scratching, and Daryl Marie's got that update. We're doing this relatively early in the week, with there being a public holiday and all of that sort of stuff. So make note of your card changes and all betting updates. Very important. But Daryl, let's start with a second. What's scratched?
Scratched is number 9, Mac Dazzler.
Mac Dazzler scratched now.
And there's a very important jockey change. Okay. Number 10, Mar del Plata, is now ridden by Ant Mgutwa.
Okay. Was Ashton...
No. Sorry. Ashton Aries, Clyde.
Ashton Aries is on it. I got it in mine. No. Okay.
Ashton Aries, not
But
Pierre
more
Stradle.
importantly than... Okay, I think that's fine, that jockey. But the big in the news is that horse is out now.
Yes.
And that was
you
the
can
favourite.
see by my permutations, I did include him into my Bipod, Clyde. So if the one does happen to be tote favourite, I'm hoping he finishes in the top 2, that we can double up. I do think he's the horse to beat of the raced runners. Question of faith. Now, we all remember that debut, Clyde. It was at Gravel around the bend. He was very green. I mean, 800 metres out, Keegan was asking him to run, doing his best work late. There was a winner from that form line, a horse called Hansa Road. Finished 7 lengths behind him, came out and won his next start. The balance of the form line isn't lighting up any fires, Clyde. But he's got a lot of scope for improvement. I think he would have learnt a lot with that one-run experience. So I'm happy to bank him in the bar pot. But obviously I did include number 9. Number 2, Yanakis. Look at that form line, Clyde. 6 runners, all 6 unplaced.
Sure.
But, these are likely raced juveniles. They've got a lot of scope for improvement.
All right. Well, maybe it is question of fate. Darren Burrows is back with us. And he's had a tremendous run. So welcome back to the show, Mr. Burrows. I hope you're rested and ready. Question of faith, are you happy with that now that the favourite's out?
Yes, Clyde. I like this horse a lot. On debut, he was a bit outpaced going through the 600, and he took off down the inside of the track. That was 1,000 meters. This is a 1,200, a testing 1,200 at Scottsville. So I like Question of Faith quite a lot, and I believe he'll get you through the bipod.
All right. Well, that's good news. Let's get straight to the action then. From our perspective, here's a look at the bipod. Darren going 1 and 9 in the bipod. Of course, that he's hoping to double up. We hope that the one does end up tote favourite. By bank 11, by 478, by 679, banker 2, banker 2. And that's the plate. Don't forget the code that you can snap away on your phone. It's so simple. It's so easy today. Technology just makes it so much easier for everybody. All right, that's Darren Burrows. Now here's Daryl Marie. He's going the same, hoping to double up by 7 and 11, by 4 and 7, by 6, 9 and 11, by banker 2, and the last leg 2, 5, 7, 8 and 10 for 120 Rand. Place Accumulator time, race number 3 on the card. It's a maiden juvenile plate. It's over the 1,200 meters. And, well, here's a horse called Dreamland. Reminds me of Joanne from number 47. Lucky Udalakis and Keegan DeMello teaming up there at 8 to 10 favourite. And that may be the one to beat. Darren Burrows, what do you think?
Definitely the horse to beat, Clyde. Last time out looked a winner at the 200 and just got outrun late by Raven Black, who's above average, or they think highly of. So surely with the 3 runs under the belt, he should exit the maidens. Number 7, Galaxy Explorer. I don't like the drop-in trip. He's an ideal world out of a dynasty mare. He's looking for a mile. So for that reason, Dreamland to win.
Dreamland to win from Darren's side. Mr. Marie, happy?
I think he's going to prove very hard to beat, Clyde. He was fitted with blinkers last time out. Showed a hell of a lot of pace. Just got collared very late. Like Darren touched on, that winner could really be anything. He's highly regarded by the yard. Take note the two of them finished well clear of the balance of the field. I think 3.5, 4 lengths clear. So I think if he travels well, he'll take a lot of beating. I actually do make number 7, Galaxy Explorer, the danger. He's got that Kenilworth, the Scottsville experience. I know it's around the bend, but at this stage of his career, I don't think the drop-in trip is going to be a negative, because last time out around the bend, he was over-racing terribly, and I thought he did it quite well to finish as close as what he did, Clyde. He's going to have an opportunity of settling over the 6 furlongs. In that form was Foreshore and Nelson Bay. They've franked it. So he is the obvious danger, but I am leaning towards Dreamland in a big way.
Tell me, okay, but price-wise, you're happy, huh?
Yeah,
Or,
actually, I wouldn't be surprised to see Dreamland harden in the markets.
Okay. All right, so that's the right price. Okay, we got place accumulators for you. Here they are. We'll put them up quickly. We're firstly starting with Darren Banker 11 by 4 and 7, by 7 and 9, by Banker 2, by 2 and 7, by Banker 6, and then Banker 8 at the back. So that's fairly straightforward the way Darren sees today's place accumulator. It's an 8 Rand perm effectively. You can take it whatever number of times you wish to. And Daryl Marie's got one worked out. He's also bankering 11 by 4 and 7, 6, 9 and 11. Also bankering the 2 by 2 and 10, Banker 6, Banker 11. So the guys see the Saturday Hollywood Bet Scottsville meet fairly straightforward. Guys, let's now get our pick sixes on for this meeting. It's the track and ball, and it's a Pinnacle Stakes. It's over 1750 meters, this particular event. From a market perspective, we've got Alphabeti favourite. Peter Muscat's got quite a strong hand on Saturday. Richard Ferry's riding this 22-10. We like the yard, I think. We don't. We Daryl today. Peter Muscat should deliver on a couple, actually, particularly later.
Let's hope so. We know that the horses are going to the track in fine fettle, Clyde. I mean, the stable's in outstanding form. Alphabeti, I thought in her later start, Clyde, she travelled very well. She quickened up beautifully. In my opinion, she won with a bit in hand. More comfortable than what the winning margin suggests. So I don't think that £4 penalty is excessive. Gonna strip fitter. Gonna appreciate the additional ground that she gets. So she could go back to back. Respect for number 7, Our Sensation. Now, according to the jockey arrangements, Clyde, she's the right one. Robert Carty is the stable elect. He's chosen her over number 2. What's it? Lily Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, in her penultimate start, Clyde, I think if it was, over the same course and distance, Robert likes to lead or push forward on this filly. So, she's very fit because she's coming out of the Woollavington where she had no chance at the weights. The penultimate start, she beat Grand Orecki. She come out and won. Who else has won over there? Another horse has won 2 races from there. Do you know who it is? You love these form lines.
I haven't checked it up. Do you want me to look it up for you?
I'll tell you now. There's
2 winners, you say?
Yeah. Let me just tell you. Rocky Reef.
Okay, yes.
Rocky Reef has won twice out of that form line.
Right.
So for me, 4 and 7 to fight it out. I'm not looking past the 2.
No, that's fair enough. And Alphabeti, Darren Burrows, the winner that came from there is Kayleen, whom, by the way, I know you liked a lot as well. So how big are you on Alphabeti, or are you going bigger or more?
I like the 2 of them, Alphabeti and Ice Sensation. Now, Alphabeti, I did label her last time out. I thought she would win, especially on her penultimate start where she ran well above her rating. She won well, and the form line has been franked. Ice Sensation comes out of the Woollavington, and if you go back to her penultimate start of a course and distance, she was never in doubt. She beat Grandi Oretti, who came out to win. So 4 and 7 to fight it out, and then include Lady Tiptree and Lily Bell into your wider perms.
Okay. Well, it's pick 6 time. Let's get our pick 6s on now. Have a look at race the 4. Burrows is going like this in those Hollywood Bet Scottsville Saturday pick 6. 2, 4, 7, 8. Second leg 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 and 13. Then 2 and 4. Then 2, 5, 7, 8 and 10. Then he's bankering the 6 in the pick 6 in the second last leg. And if you're wondering who that is, if you don't have a book, it's Isi Vungu Vungu. So we said it earlier, we thought Peter Muscat would have a fair day. And 8 and 11 at the back. Race 5, USA's Hope's the favourite here, trading at 16 to 10. That's number 9 on the card. And then it's 7 to 1, bar 1. To market-wise, there are quite a few in here that may have chances, but there's quite a large gap between the favourite and the second favourite. On Twitter, we can give you more information because it's at Weighted to Win as our handle, and on WhatsApp, YouTube for Racing TV. Those are the opportunities if you're not watching this at the moment on the Saturday. Guys, Darren Burrows, I'm coming to you quickly. Let's talk about USA's Hope. Favourite 16 to 10. I don't know. You'll know the horse better than me. What do you think?
He's a massive runner. Clyde, if you saw my pick 6, I went 8 runners because I thought it could be open. But USA's Hope, he took on stronger last time out. He was thrown in the deep end. He ran a cracker behind Look for Hounds. Previous to that, in a 97 handicap, touched off. I made Beechamwood Boy a massive runner. Have a look at his last run of a course and distance, 3 runs back. He beat Dandolo 4 lengths, easing up at the line. Dandolo came out to win by 3 after that. But last time out, 1400, slightly on the far side, not disgraced. So I think 7 and 9 are going to fight it out. If you're playing wider, a horse like Passage of Power, he races off his last winning mark. So he could be the upset.
Okay. Got you. Big 6, as we know, you've gone wide, but you do have respect for the 7 and 9. And Daryl, your side, how have you?
Yeah. Funny that Darren mentioned Passage of Power. My notes over here, he's off an 86, and that's the latest, his last winning mark. So, very effective up this Scottsville Straight, Clyde. But in and out sorts.
Yeah.
On his day, he's very capable. USA's Hope, unexposed, back in a handicap, only having his second handicap starts, if I'm not mistaken. A lot to come. Remember in his last starts, second in that race was Strawberry Bear. Strawberry Bear's got the beating of who? Cousin Casey and Jimmy Don.
Yeah.
Makes him look good.
Yeah.
A horse that will certainly be doing his best work late, Clyde, is number 11, Fateful Day. Now, I know this is a furlong too short of his best, but if they go very hard in the early stages, this is the type of horse that will be running them down. If he can get there in time, I'm not too sure, but one thing's for certain, he'll be doing his best work late. And I actually think we haven't seen the best of him yet. So if you're looking to go wider and looking for that upset, number 11, Fateful Day could be the one, yeah.
Yeah, and the stable's in form at the moment as well. Garrett's having a lovely run. It's an open race. I don't know how accurate the market is. They're betting 7 to 1 by 1. I think you're going to find you may be able to get on easier later. Okay, this is the plan. What we want to do, guys, with regards to jackpots. Daryl's worked it out for us. 6, 9, 11, by 2 and 4, by 2, 5, 7, 8 and 10, and then banker the 6 later on. And that's a 30 Rand cost for the Hollywood Bet Scottsville jackpot. So Aragosta gets his turn to show his class in the Derby. This is the track and ball Derby over 2,400 metres. He looks the horse to beat Aragosta, 12 to 10 favourite. But Tony Peters got the 4 Shangani, and they're going all out with this one. At 17 to 10 is the second choice. So those are the two. From a market perspective, Daryl Marie, it's a match race, according to the market. Your view?
Yeah, touching on the weights here, Clyde. Shangani is actually £4 best in, ahead of Aragosta. Now that's 2 kilograms. I actually thought, despite the weight structure, that Aragosta is a odds-on chance over here.
Why?
I think he's primed for this race. That last run, Clyde, I don't know if you recall, they went so slow in that race. Who won it? Seamaster. They crawled and sprinted for home. That doesn't suit this type of a horse.
No.
In his favour is he's super fit, Clyde. Now, there's only one natural pacemaker in the race. That's Shangani. I can't see Aragosta sitting further back than second. tackle him early. And one thing's for certain, Richard Fourie knows how to beat Shangani because he's ridden in races against him, obviously on a brass.
Yeah.
So I think with fitness on his side, and the fact that Shangani ran so below par in his later start is a very concerning, is a major concern for me, Clyde. I'm
It's
very
the first
worried.
time Dennis Schwarz is riding Shangani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
All right.
I like Aragosta. I think
Aragosta.
he'll start odds on in my mind.
Okay, so you're very big on Aragosta. Okay, Mr. Burrows, you as big on Aragosta, or which one?
A very big, Clyde. I thought he should be odds on in this race. Have a look at his 2,400 meter form. He won the SA Derby Grade 1. And then last time out, he gave Seamaster 8.5 kilos in a slow run race and got within a length. This is the perfect race for him to get his confidence back. And I think he'll do just that. Shangani, in his penultimate start, he came under pressure and he he just didn't quicken up as I thought he would. And last time out, he faded tamely from the 600. So the fact that he's not right at his best, I have to lean towards Aragosta as one of the best on the card.
Okay, so there's a lot of confidence coming from Aragosta from the weighted to win tipsters. In terms of what we're going to do in the race, let's take a look. Race number 6. Here's what the plan is. Where Aragosta is currently trading 12 to 10 and Shangani is 17 to 10. The boys are saying they're climbing into Aragosta early. Welcome back, everybody. We move on now to race number 7, and let's talk about what the market looks like. We Hold My Hand is the favourite, Darren Burrows. Number 2 on the card for the Cotson Stable, 18 to 10. 7, none other is 4 to 1, and 5 to 1 about number 8, Silver Links, who's got to have a claim in a race of this nature. What do you make of it, sir?
Well, Clyde, Hold My Hand's a one-time winner, probably one of the highest rated one-time winners around because he's run places in Grade 1 company like last time out. Let's see. I think she'll see out the trip and will rate the horse to beat. You got horses like Light to the Moon. Wasn't far off her. She was only half a length behind her in the Willavington. That was a good effort. You got None Other, the Oaks winner. Also ran in the Willavington 4 lengths back. So all of 2, 7, and 10 have to go in, followed by numbers 5 and 8.
Yeah, I would imagine it's not cut and dried by any means of the imagination, a race of this nature. I mean, there must be a few, I think, Daryl, that you must fancy. You know?
Yeah, I mean, Hold My Hand turned into the straight last in the Willavington. She was flying. She actually got eased for a stride or two in the straight too. So it was a cracking effort. Not much separating herself in Lights of the Moon. I mean, she did beat Lights of the Moon and she's half a kg better off. She should confirm that form. But you know that Light of the Moon is very capable when she goes to the front and can dictate, Clyde. None Other held on her later start, but she could be better than that. And then even this horse Silver Links, have a look at her. She's got the beating of Hold My Hand and she's 3 kgs better off, and she's a daughter by Silvana. I think this is more open than what the betting suggests.
Okay, so there are quite a few. All right, well, that's what you've heard. That's one of our features of the day, but it's open. Here's a look at what the guys want to do in this race quickly. We'll put it up and we're going with 2, 5, 7, 8 and 10 boxed in the quartet. It's as open as that. Let's get into the action now and have a look at our next feature race on the card. This is where the big horse runs. Isi Vungu Vungu. We make it hard to beat. It's 7 to 10 for a reason. One, impressively, we know what he's all about. He should win. He should have this race, in my humble view, at his mercy for Peter Muskett and Richard Fourie. Stranger things have happened. Is there any reason why he can't deliver, in your view? I mean,
Bad luck.
Just bad luck.
Bad luck.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Hey? That's the only.
I mean, he's a star, isn't he, Clyde?
Yeah.
Thrown in at the weights. What's he, 12 pounds, 6 kilograms best in. Look who was behind him. Princess Kala came out and won the SA Filly Sprint. Sheila, she's top class, Clyde. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? All we need is luck on our side, and we'll see him in the winner's enclosure.
Well, there you go. Luck on our side, and that's a bit about it. A ton of knowledge, they say, but it's not worth an ounce of luck at the end of the day. An ounce of luck is worth so much more. So, Mr. Burrows, I take it, because I know you've banked this in the Pick Six, that the money's already on.
Yes, Clyde. No, he's by far the best horse in the race. He should win hard held. He'll probably go handy and just 400 out, let him go, and he should breeze on by. So a very confident selection, probably one of the best sprinters in the country.
All right, that's the plan. Best, one of the best in the country, no doubt. Well, he had the computer for him at his mercy. We should see this one comfortably, and hopefully that will be the case. Here's a look at what the boys want to do in the race. They're going Isi Vungu Vungu, and we've got a bit of a double Darren's recommending. Maybe race 9, Bitcoin Baby. Could be worth considering. Bitcoin Baby, if you don't know, priced up during the course of the week at 28 to 10. Ninth race, and this is where number 2, I beg your pardon, number 8, Bitcoin Baby. That's the one Darren tipped us earlier. 28 to 10 says this is the right horse in the race. All right, Mr. Burrows, we haven't had a chance to talk about it, but tell us why you're quite big on this one.
Well, Clyde, if you look on indirect collateral form, a lot of these horses ran off a horse called Bosnay. And when you go back to Bitcoin Baby in a penultimate starter, only try over 1400, she finished ahead of Bosnay. So she's got quite a few horses hold on that run. It's her first try over the mile, which I do believe she's looking for. I'll make the only danger Lady Canton, because she ran second to the hot favorite called Foreshore, who was a runaway winner, and she was next best. So she's jumping from a deep draw. So I'm going to lean towards the 8 to beat the 11.
Okay, so only those two, but preference naturally for the favourite from Darren's side. And trying the distance for the first time, which he doesn't believe will be an issue. In fact, if anything, it should suit the favourite. What do you make of it, Darryl?
I love the look of Lady Canton, Clyde.
Okay.
Now watch that replay. She got into a fairly good position. Just before turning for home, Keegan was already at her. But Clyde, the whole way up the straight, she hesitated on that outside fence. She just hesitated. The gap was too tight for her. Still relatively inexperienced. She's got that course experience around the bend. Trust me, when the gap opened for her, she took off.
Yep.
And I thought she was doing her best work late. So in my mind, the extra 200 meters is going to be in her favor. So for me, it's a case of Lady Canton or Field.
I just want to ask you, I mean, Moosey's the normally first choice left stable, isn't it? Or what? Because Keegan rode this, so what's the story?
I actually don't know.
It's quite interesting because Keegan's now riding this horse, what's it called?
Miss Paget.
Miss Paget, yeah, correct, for Alison Wright. So, whether that's alive or not, I don't know. I mean, what that form represents. But it's just an interesting, why take the mellow off? You know what I mean?
Well, he's been riding a lot for John Finlayson.
Yeah.
And he's probably doing a lot of work at Laughs Yard. So.
Keegan wants to ride winners now. He's got no time for, no disrespect. He needs to now, although it's secured, he needs to ride as many as he can. So.
What do you still think there's some doubt?
No, I don't know. We'll see what Richard gets up to on Fridays. Okay, let's get to the selection. We'll have a look at what this looks like in the last. And, well, from the boys here, they recommend Darryl anyway is recommending there might be a bit of value in Lady Canton, who when we did the show was trading at around 9 to 2 a win and 1 to 2 a place. That's it, everybody. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed it. We look forward to the preview of the Sunday race meeting where we're back to take care of our fathers. Yep, Father's Day Sunday at Turf and Tea.